Oh, hi. Hello. Yeah, sorry I haven't really been around, but I don't know. Decided to just kind of mess around while streaming. Not sure if I'll be that productive, but yeah, how are you doing? Uh, I haven't really been doing that good actually. It's the reason that I wasn't streaming very much at all. I mean, what am I saying? It's the reason I stopped streaming completely because I don't know, it became stressful and I just wasn't having fun anymore. And also, I'm just struggling to find anything that's fun for me to do. So it's actually been pretty hard, actually. I'm glad you're doing okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know. Maybe it's just like I lost patience because I was feeling really good up until a certain point. To be specific, I was feeling good when it came to like making good progress, like beating a lot of levels per day. I was doing really good. And the other part that was feeling really good was also having the backlog of levels that sucked extra, that were really bad, or would be or too difficult or whatever. But I was knocking down the list like I had some free time after I had done good already for the day. I was like, I'm gonna spend like a whole session. I'm just gonna focus on this one bad level that I skipped and just see if I can do it. And I was doing really good. I managed to get them, and I knocked down the list to like just like 4 or 5. But then like insultingly, just by chance, I'm getting it's back up to like 8 or something, or even 10. It's like 9, 8 or 9, maybe 10 levels. I just got such pieces of shit so quickly, and the list just got bigger immediately, and that made me feel really shitty. I mean, I'm also just losing my patience. Like, I can't believe that I'm still getting shitty levels when the standards for levels at this time are supposed to be higher now. But I'm still getting bad levels. Like, they still suck. And I feel like I should have gotten better levels by now. Or something. It was making me feel really shitty, but I have taken a break, I guess, and maybe the idea of returning to it sounds more okay than it did like when I first got burnt out. Again. But like the idea of returning to it isn't that terrible. It's just I don't know. Maybe even this stream I'll get back to Geometry Dash because at least it would at least be fun to kind of show off what I'm talking about. To at least like just to kind of refresh what was going on and like what made me lose my mind. Because there's another level, and it's holy fucking shit. You won't believe this. I haven't shown it on stream at all. I don't think so. But it's yet another Mario Brothers remake. Another one. And it actually sucks. Like, compared to that one guy who made the disgustingly bad Legend of Zelda level, even his Mario levels were tolerable. Frustrating, but like not that bad. But this Mario level, if depending on how long it is, it sucks. Yeah. But like this, off stream, I kind of went to check, oh, I wonder what the next level is. And then immediately it's a fucking Mario level that has bad controls, and it was made in 2.1, so it uses 2-player controls, and the controls suck. It's like, oh, look at me, I can make a functioning Mario game in Geometry Dash 2.1. Woohoo, look at me. Even though the controls suck. Just like the other guy with The Legend of Zelda. It's like, it genuinely just sucks to play. But RobTop rated it because, oh, well, that's cool. That's impressive. It's just like, I feel like I'm allowed to be like this because I'm literally one of few people, or at least in comparison to how many players there are, I'm one of few or several people who has bothered to play through every single level of just this one difficulty. And I think I'm allowed to be like this dramatic. I think I'm allowed to. Because I've played through so much and I feel like I'm allowed to feel impatient or like in disbelief of like how are levels still this bad. Like, yeah. It's ridiculous. But yeah, since I am streaming right now, we could just go ahead and kind of just go into Geometry Dash and just kind of check out what there is, and let's see maybe if I'm feeling up for it. I might. It's not completely out of the question. It might happen, sure. We'll see. But right now, I'm just kind of relaxing, warming up to the idea, if you could even say. So yeah, just relaxing for now. Yeah, once in a while, but just considering how much I've been through and also how patient I was being, I just feel like I've reached a point where it's like, there's no way they're still this bad this often, right? This feels a little ridiculous. Considering it's the year 2020, I feel like that's pretty late in comparison. It's kind of recent-ish. Not super recent, but it's recent. I feel like standards should have gotten better already. But nope. Still getting more bad levels. Oh, you know, when you said that, I kind of read it as a, dude, relax, it's not a big deal, sheesh. I read it as that, but I think you're saying, with a happy face, I can tell you're saying, like, yeah, you can relax, that's cool. Sorry, I read that as something else. But yeah, it's okay. But yeah, you said something about a level that you're working on. Did you also said like a friend was also helping make it? I think whatever it is, I'm interested in seeing it. Cool. Got that over with. Where am I? So yeah, if I don't remember, I don't even think you've seen me play Minecraft before, or like seen any of this before. I'm not even sure if you even are familiar with Minecraft, which is fair. I don't expect you to be. Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. But yeah, I'm sure you know Minecraft, but it's like, I don't expect you to have, like, to be familiar with it. But yeah, I don't play Minecraft really, this is more of like a project. Oh yeah, so I guess you have seen it before, you just weren't there. And if you were, I don't remember. But yeah. But like, I'm not really playing Minecraft in a normal way. If anything, it's just like ideas that I have for like my own game. But because actually like coding, oh well. I'm like just barely floating off the ground. That happens so often, it's actually really weird. But like, I'm technically flying, even though I'm like almost touching the ground. What are the odds of that? Whatever, anyway. Okay, so you know like the basics. You basically have. So yeah, this is essentially just a sort of reimagining of Minecraft, and this is my own resource pack. A texture pack, if that makes more sense. It's just a texture pack. Of just like what blocks I would add to my own game. And like there's like that thing over there is just like a graph. I'm deleting all of this just because I want a fresh start. Because there was just a lot of clutter in the world. And I wasn't liking it anymore. So there's something oddly refreshing about this. So that's why I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm not like giving up or deleting all my ideas. I'm just cleaning. Basically, I'm just cleaning. But I'm keeping that because that's more important. Not sure if you would say important, but it's more just I like it the most, so I'm keeping it. Okay. Just over. There's more. But yeah, if you're still here, at least I would like to kind of explain. Same. I lost. I also like have a bunch of worlds that are lost to time that I have fond memories of, but they're sadly gone and are never to be seen again. They're just in. They only exist in the form of memories, for me specifically. I'll never see them again, which sucks. So yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah. Fill. Stream delay, yeah, it's okay. It's no one's fault, it's just stream delay. It's fine. So, I don't know. It's just, I was just saying, I don't know. Maybe I could just share kind of what these ideas are. I don't know how to explain it in a way that's obvious or simple. It's basically just, I like Minecraft, but also I like making things my own way. Because there's a lot of things that annoy me about the game. Like minor things. Like, I love the game because of the concept and the gameplay, the core gameplay. But because I like things being perfect, I just thought, you know what if I made my own game and I could make it exactly the way I want it to be? Because some ideas are good, but they're not executed well in the main game. So I thought, like, what if I made my own version of Minecraft? What would it be like? But because I have no coding experience, I mean, that's not true. I've coded simple things, but I realized it's just too much work and it's not fun. It's not something I'm ever gonna do. So I'm not doing that. So the only other thing I can really do is just kind of make mock-ups of it. So, for one thing, it's really minor things, but like things like it's all squished together, but like in actual Minecraft, as in like today, I'm talking about like current Minecraft, like the way the game is right now, the coordinate system, and also just like how big the world is. Basically, in Minecraft, sea level, so like the y coordinate up and down where the water is for the ocean. So sea level in Minecraft is like 63. Its coordinate 63. And then before Deep Slate was added, it was 0 was the bottom of the world. But in my game, it's more intuitive, and so 0, y level 0 is sea level. So this is like the middle. And then there's 256 blocks underneath that go down, which is way deeper than current Minecraft. And then there's 256 blocks above. But there's actually more for other ideas. And it's complicated, but essentially think of it as sea level is in the middle, and there's an equal amount of space above and below it. Instead of Minecraft, where it's like here's an example, actually. Again, I didn't show you what I mean. So if one block equals 64 blocks, yeah, basically. Let me show you this, though. Imagine this is 64 blocks big. So this is a 64 by 64 block, right? My game, my idea goes like this. 64, 128, 256, right? And then above that, so this is sea level. This is where the water is. Then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's equal. And that's where the water is. If I can actually get oh yeah, actually I can get stone. This, I can make it more visually better. So in my game, it's for the most part, it's simplified, but it gets the point across. So it's it's a little simplified, but it gets the point across. So there, and then instead I can actually just have glass that shows the top of the world, the border. So and then water is like this. Just making it more presentable. Something like that, yeah. It's simplified, but it gets the point across. This is my world, how I would make the world. Now, if we line up sea level, so it lines up with Minecraft sea level, this is what it's like instead. It's the ocean doesn't even go this deep, it's half of this. This is as deep as the ocean goes, it's half of that. And then it's 64 blocks of regular stone, and then it's 64 blocks of deep slate, and that's it. And then, yeah, right? So that's 64, that's 0, that's negative 64, okay, so 64, and then, what's the correct amount? 64, 128, 64, 128, 256, and then you add 64 to that, and it's yeah. It's like this. That's the difference, basically. So on the right is Minecraft, and the left is my game. It just makes it just more it's just more satisfying, I guess. And now I guess if you want to do that, but yeah. That shows how much bigger that's how more deep and tall mine is versus Minecraft. And there's also more layers, which is more interesting, and I have my own ideas for those show how big the caves are and stuff. So yeah, that's, if you got that, then that's what it's about. That's the difference, at least. But this I can actually explain more in detail. So essentially, and the colors are not necessary, they're just kind of to divide each height by their rarity or something like that, yeah. So that's not important, but basically this is kind of a graph that without any words or anything, it explains the ideas of the world generation. Yeah. So basically ignoring the slopes, if we ignore ignore the curves. Right now, focus on just this section. Like, picture that this height and the way it looks down below it, imagine that this is the same left and right. It's just flat. Imagine that it's just flat. So basically, in this graph, this is 4 blocks. So this, from the top of this block to here, so from here to here, is 4 blocks high. It's 4 blocks deep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is 5, 6, 7, 8. So this layer, this like top layer, is 8 blocks deep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how deep that is. And then the next layer, right here, is 24 blocks deep. I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 4, 24. So yeah, this is 24 blocks. And unlike the first layer, which is kind of just like a sedimentary layer, if that makes sense, it's just kind of a soft layer for like the kind of sediment and stuff to be on, or in, or whatever. This second layer is where caves form. And this like shape here, similar logic to the other curves and stuff, essentially it's saying that caves that are this high, the caves that have this much height, or are this tall, are like this common, so there's a lot of them. But caves that are this tall are less common, and then the maximum size you can get, at least at this level, is this deep. So 4 times 4 is 16. So at this layer, this is the biggest caves will appear on this layer, but they're very rare because it's only 1 block thick compared to 2 blocks and then 5 blocks. So short caves, very common. Bigger caves, less common. And then very rare. It'd be like more smooth, but caves that are really this tall are really rare. And then the next layer is 32 blocks, so it's just a little bigger. And same logic, but the fact that this is wider, so notice how this is this direction more compared to this. It just means that these caves on this layer are more common. However, even though caves on this layer are more common than up here, the very small caves are like very common still, or almost just as common as caves are on this layer. And then less common. So same concept. I don't need to really explain it. Then this layer, the 4th layer, is kind of like the deep slate layer, but it's not called deep slate. Is the biggest layer. It's 128 blocks deep, so it's very large. And so because of that, caves are very common and also can get really big. Still, more commonly are like these ones. So caves that are like this big, but you'll get a fair amount of caves that are like this big and this big, but very rarely you'll get like the mega caves that only take up literally like half of the whole layer. So like even when you find the biggest caves, there's still going to be a good amount of room between it and the other layers above and below. So that's that. But here's the interesting part. The final layer, this one, is it less rare when it's deeper? Or okay, so I have a question. What qualities determine how rare it is? Is it less rare when it's deeper, or more rare? Like such as to have caves at a certain size. Oh, it's okay. So yeah, imagine that it's just one of these. So like me looking at this right here. Let's look at this right here. Ignore that this is here, and same with the others. Ignore that these are here. Just look at this one. So if you understand that just caves on this layer that are at this height of the world are going to be this big. But they can be this big at most, but this is rare. It won't happen very often. Most of the caves you stumble upon on this layer are going to be like this tall. They're going to be like this tall. So like the ceiling to the ground is like 4 blocks off more often than not. But occasionally you'll get these. So like this curve is just it's showing that small is common, big is rare. That's what it's saying. Now, ignoring that this is here, if we take this and we like toward to move it down, it would slowly morph into this size. So basically, essentially, there's a curve for every single height. I just highlighted the prominent ones for each layer to give you an idea. But like, if I were to delete these two and I were to place one like in the middle of these two layers, so like right here, it would be in between this and this in terms of size. It would just be the same, but it would be like in the middle of the size of these two. And then if you were to move this, slowly move it downward, it would get bigger and bigger until it got to this on this layer. If you're asking like what qualities determine how rare it is, just is it less rare when it's deeper or more rare? Yeah, basically, yes. So like caves in general, like finding a cave system on this layer is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 blocks. So that, consider that like common, or like kind of like an average amount of likelihood to find caves. So this is on this layer, you're going to find them this often. But if you move down to this layer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now it's 12 blocks. So caves on this layer are more numerous on this layer than on this layer. But of this amount, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically caves that are this big are basically about as common as the caves here at all in general. Hopefully that makes more sense. And then like, you know, caves here are the most common. But then the final layer, you're right. So you're basically saying like, if it's about the height, what about the width? That I don't really know. I'm just kind of going off of feel. Like, so yeah, these sizes are just talking about how tall it is, but it doesn't really explain how big it is, like width-wise, like horizontally. So that you just kind of have to fill in your head. Just kind of, if a cave, like if you find a cave that is this tall, it's probably not just going to be like a big, like a skinny column of a gap. If it's this tall, it's probably going to be really wide as well to go along with it. Oh, okay, well, just to iterate, so basically, yeah, no, I got what you said, it's okay. So, for example, here, let's look at this, yeah, watch this. If you're still paying attention, basically, from here to here, from this is the ceiling of the cave. Imagine this as the ceiling of the cave, like hitting your head on the stalactites, or like, you know, the ceiling of the cave, down to the floor right here. If you want a reference to how big this is, it's 2, 3, 4. So it's this big. So if I were like exploring a cave at that level, like, imagine that this is a cave, right? Like, imagine this is a cave, right? It's basically saying that it's this big. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. It's like a little, but like, yeah. Generally, with the right material, obviously, this is equal to this in size. It's 4 times bigger. Or this is 4 times smaller than the actual size. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, well, that is 4 times 4. So there, in that case, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then, so if I were to expand this gap in the same way that I did this, that's how big caves here are going to get. So this height, this gap, is the same as this gap for like actual size. And then for these, you would just, for the rest, you just multiply by 4. And that's it. I hope that clears it up a little bit. Basically, yeah, it's just this, this whole graph is just cut in half 2 times the actual size. If you were to multiply the size of this by 4, you would get the full scale. It's exactly. It's not an estimate. It's exactly that size. Exactly. It's not an estimate. It's perfectly thought out. So like, however many blocks, well, actually I know the answer. But like, if we go to this side, the deepest ocean, so like from sea level, when like on the surface of the ocean, picture yourself on the surface of the ocean, which is right here. The deepest ocean you'll ever find, or like the deepest trench, that is considered like the ocean floor. The deepest ocean you'll ever find is this deep. That deep. Down to where the bottom of the purple is, up to the line. That's exactly how deep oceans will get. Multiplied by 4, because this is 4 times smaller. So that's a really deep ocean. For comparison, not including ravines, if we ignore ravines, so like basically big cracks in the ground, that's what ravines are. In regular Minecraft, that's not what I did. In regular Minecraft, the deepest oceans ever go are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here. So this, compared to Minecraft, that's the deepest oceans go. Just there. No deeper. Other than ravines, where like there'll be big cracks in the ground, like this, but they're like really skinny cracks that just go down a little deeper. But in terms of the ocean floor, Minecraft only goes this deep. My game can go this deep, this deep, this deep, and even all the way down to here. But this is very rare, is the thing. You won't find it very often that deep. So more commonly, again, it's based on how wide it is. So in this case, the most commonly you'll find oceans like this, that are just like shallow oceans. Then less common are like proper oceans that go pretty deep. But then really rarely, because this is only 4 blocks wide, it's like half as common as this. Half as common are these, which go this deep, and then as you go deeper, they get less and less common. Now this is just 3 blocks, so, and then this is just 1 block. Yeah. Well, in this case, well, I know the answer. So if we were to count the actual amount of blocks, so like, just so we're not confused, if I say this is 4 blocks high, from here to here, this black block is 4 blocks. If this is 4 blocks, the deepest trench from the surface of the sea is 192. So 192 blocks deep is from there to there, the purple. And then the rest is equal, the rest adds up to 256 is the bottom. And I didn't even get to layer 5 yet. Layer 5 is interesting because here's the thing. As you get deeper, lava gets more common. That's what this means. So this is more of an estimate. In terms of the size of everything, it's accurate. In terms of the sizes of everything, it's pretty thought out. But in terms of like the width equaling how common something is, it's kind of just an idea. I don't really know how it would work in practice. But like, this is only 2 blocks wide, so it's saying that on the surface, lava will be kind of rare. It'll just be like little hot springs or just occasional lava active areas or whatever. But as you dig deeper, like, and when you reach this area, lava gets pretty common. You'll find lava more often. But toward the bottom of this layer, it gets really common. And then especially when you enter the final layer, the layer 5, you enter this layer, which has caves that are really tiny, even compared to the first one. See that? See how big that is? It's like half the size. And caves only ever get that deep, so 8 blocks high. It's like, but they're super rare. Like, you'll rarely ever find a cave. Wait, so earlier I noticed that stone is bedrock. I noticed that stone is bedrock. May I know why there would be caves under the bedrock? Well, basically, bedrock is not a thing. None of these are bedrock. This is retextured bedrock, so look. This is called bedrock because I retextured it, but that's not the name of the block. It's not bedrock. Because Minecraft has the bottom of the world be occupied with unbreakable blocks so you can't go past it. That's not how it works here. Instead, the bottom of the world, so this is the very bottom looks like this, and it's made of this material. If you go below it, it's just lava. And then that's it. It's just lava. So unlike Minecraft, there's no such thing as an unbreakable block. It's a really hard block, so essentially this is kind of like bedrock, but you can actually break through it, and it's like a very end game thing. You need like the highest tier tools to break through it. The highest tier. To even be able to start breaking it. And then when you want to explore it, there's a lot of lava. It's very filled with lava, and it's like the Nether, even worse than the Nether possibly. And they're really small caves that are really rare. So this is like a very dangerous late game thing. Oh, good question. I can actually like kind of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I do actually have names for them. Previously, like not too long ago, I would have just said, I don't know, because I'm not creative, I don't know how to come up with the names. But they actually do have names that I came up with. They sound maybe a little silly, but I did actually put in a lot of thought into the names so that they're satisfying. So here are the 5 blocks for the 5 layers. The first one is, that's the first one. Then the second is I'm going off of memory, by the way. Dolerite, yeah. Dolerite for the second. Then it's Wallenites. Wallenites? This one sounds weird, but again, it's really hard to come up with anything else that I like, so Chronophyte. Chronophyte, yep. And then this bedrock, it's not called bedrock, but it's like the closest thing to bedrock. It's called Bractomite. Bractomite. There. So like that. Those are the names that I came up with. And they all follow like a really satisfying pattern that I really like. Because they all end in "ite." Yeah, because I like them too. Because the thing is, they all end in "ite." Let's see, I can do this, but no, I don't want that in the way. That's annoying. Whatever. If you can still see, because these are in the way, that's annoying. But I want my mouse out. So, notice that they all end in "ite," because that's kind of like how a lot of rocks and stuff are named in real life, so they all end in "ite." But notice that the fourth to last, so like it's light, right, night, fight, might. I like that they're all different. Like, other than having ending in "ite" and some other things, they're all very different names. Pelolite sounds like light and soft because this is like a very light and soft rock. Then Dolerite, it's kind of sounding a little darker, just a little. Then Vollenite, I guess it's kind of like volcano, vaguely based off of volcano, but like Vollenite. Then Granophyte. Honestly, Granophyte is basically just because I was satisfied with the rest, but I couldn't think of one for this, so I just came up with letters that were different. So I put an F for fight at the end, and then I like based it off of Bractomite and just replaced it with a G and says Ono instead of Akko. So basically, like, literally every name is super different. Pelolite, Dolerite, Vollenite, Granophyte, Bractomite. Yeah. Going to the Bractomite level is a late game thing. What would be a reward of sorts if you would get by chance if it was sort of total in this concept? That's the thing. I haven't gotten there yet. I don't know. That's where I'm struggling. Is I don't know. I'm having a hard time coming up with features that are like set in stone. Literally, that's funny. Get it, set in stone. Literally set in stone. I don't know what to do yet. I'm still like fleshing out the world, and when I try to add something, unless it feels really satisfying, it's like, oh yeah, this feels really satisfying. Otherwise, I'm just like, I don't know. Because especially since I'm not even none of this even other than like the digging down aspect. The thing is, I don't know what the crafting or the survival crafting mechanics. I don't know how survival's gonna be, like, as a game mode. This is all just sort of like as an exploration sort of concept, like exploring the world. Like, oh wow, it gets so deep, and as you go deeper, it gets more dangerous lava. Oh wow, so cool. Or like as you go up, it has its own thing. But the only things I have come up with, and I would like your thoughts on this, if you can like kind of unlock like a idea that can make this easier for me. These textures are like not really final. These textures are pretty final actually. Like I put in a lot of thought in these textures, so those are pretty final. These textures are very experimental, and I'm just not sure, because without survival mechanics, it's like I don't know what else to do. Include it. Well, I hope if it's a good idea, I will. What if there were abandoned sites or towns underneath stone that have different types of food? Well, yeah, but I can't get there yet. As a perfectionist in the way my brain works, those are good ideas, but in terms of the execution of them, I can't do those yet. Because I don't know how food's gonna work. I don't know what the other, like, I just don't know what these things are gonna be like yet. Because I'm just, like, so very, it's just really hard for me. But yeah, of course, those are really good ideas, and I will probably do those, but I just can't just add them yet. Because everything I've talked about so far, and among a few other things, are like, they exist because they feel perfect. Like, there's not a single thing about any of my ideas that feels flawed or uninteresting or not fleshed out. Literally everything I've talked about just feels perfect. It feels so clever. Oh yeah. Sorry if I was like being a little sorry if I was being a little weird about that. I wasn't trying to, sorry. It's okay. I get it. But I was just trying to make it clear how, while some ideas are pretty obvious, like, I would have thought of that myself for sure. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I hope I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm saying is that while I could just add animals, like, I don't know, some kind of, like, a pig, I don't want to do that because I want it to have a purpose. Like, I want, when I add something as an idea, I want it to be like, it belongs here. It has the perfect purpose. Its purpose is very clear, and like, it does this thing for the game. I don't know. Oh no, it's okay. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, that's where I'm at, and maybe we could brainstorm ideas together, and having a second brain to kind of understand me better would be really nice to actually bounce ideas off of. So like on this layer, I was thinking like this kind of a gem block would appear. On this layer could be this. This texture needs to be fixed because the contrast is too high, but there's that for this layer, but again, it doesn't feel satisfying. And then this layer would, I don't know, have this, which I like the texture of. I think they look nice, but it's like, they don't feel, I don't know, it's not hitting me right. It's really weird. These textures look kind of nice and all that, but like the color choices, and also one per layer when like each layer is such a different size, I don't know, it just feels forced. It doesn't feel satisfying. It's really difficult. And only relatively recently, did I even add surface content, like how the surface would work, and I have some ideas for that I could share. But like, I'm actually struggling to even come up with how to make the underground more interesting. Like, I have like this mushroom texture. I don't even know if it looks like a mushroom, but like that. Imagine that being planted on the ground. It's like, it's supposed to be a light source. So like when you explore caves, you can actually see sometimes, you can see a little bit. Essentially the same purpose as glow lichen. So I guess this is like the one thing that exists in caves, or just like some as a light source to make it not completely pitch black, right? That's what that would be, I guess. But yeah, and also like you can see, like, as you go higher, the like first two layers disappear, and then layer 3 rock kind of becomes prominent at the highest mountains and peaks. Right at the top. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I do have like ideas for like the. I kind of have to like remember and find all the blocks though and put them together. So, let's see. First it's this, and this, and this. Okay, let's just like do this. And bring it up. Find it. This. Then it's this, this, this. And these three. Then on top of these or below, more like below them, not on top, below them, are these. Just gonna. Okay, now I have to just find the correct ones. I believe this is here. Okay, this one. Right. I think this one. Yeah. Here. Here. Okay, those are those. Now, these. Every other one of these. And then white concrete. Yep. Now, it's just these. Gray is that. Light gray. Yes. So that's gray. That's brown is this. Orange is this. Cyan is this one. That. There. There are like plants that go with them, I guess, but they're not really, I don't know, important. But I guess I can have them. Why not? This. So this goes here, 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 and then I have to think of what these were. Push, then twisting lines, then push again. Oh no, it still has to be there. There we go. Windy landscape. Nice. Yeah, that's a very classic, very classic. Yeah. That's something I could yeah, that would be nice to beat. So, what was your progress on it? Also I'm starting to feel pretty good now. This is actually really nice. I honestly, I feel bad that I stopped streaming because this is actually really nice. But yeah, what's your progress? Well, I'm also want to rebuild something else. Oh, no, there's just this one. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's really good. Okay, let's do both of the waters. But yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, or 100 if you want to be more specific, like how satisfying is this? Yeah, like a choke point. Yeah. Just like the end of that one level that made me lose my mind as just a choke point last jump at the end. Just disgusting and rude for no reason. Oh boy. Yeah, 1, 2. Once again. Boop, 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 yeah, because like each represents its own climate or biome. You could I guess you could call it a biome, but it's more like broad for like a climate in general. Hey, yes, I'm live again. It's not Jamshadash, but it is. I am here. Hi. Well, I'm actually feeling pretty okay. I was feeling kind of bad earlier, but I'm okay now. But yeah, hi. Oh yeah, no, I'm still going, don't worry. I'm not done yet. Probably not even close to done, actually. But yeah, anyway, each of these are its own climate, and they each have their own hue, their own different color, and you can put it in a really nice rainbow, right? It's just, I think it's really neat, and brown's at the end, but whatever. I guess I could put brown in like the oranges, but I don't know. I prefer this. Oh, you do? Oh, really? A 3-year project? What is it? Oh, really? It's nice to have the black to separate it, but no, you can kind of see that. So like, yeah, basically it's how do I explain this? It's like over here, which I was explaining earlier. You weren't here, I don't think. You were, no, someone else was here when I was playing Minecraft. It was someone else actually, but well, yeah, go ahead and work on it, and let's see how it looks if you end up sharing it. But like, this is actually a really hard thing I'm trying to balance. Is because of this idea I have, there's a problem with it, and I need to make sure it's executed correctly. But because of the idea I have for all the biomes, where if this is like one of those biomes, like one of the colors, it will turn the first 2 layers, a certain amount of them. It's kind of random how much of it does. But like if this is a brown biome, like the brown one, these will be the brown tinted version, and this will be also a brown tinted version. It doesn't go down to layer 3 though. It doesn't affect layer 3. Or anything below that. It's just the first 2 layers, because they're like close enough. But I need to make sure that the non-tinted versions, like the regular plain versions, like these 2, I want to make sure that they still exist, you know? Because it doesn't make sense for there to be like an area that has no biome, because I hate that idea. That just doesn't make sense. I just don't like that. So there has to be an excuse or a reason for the surface to have a prominent amount of these, of like the regular blocks, as opposed to over here these ones, you know, because you know, this row and this row are the regular ones, and then these are all the different colors for them. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember the message. Yeah. Those look different. Yeah, one. Yeah, I like that. That one looks like blatantly orange. Also, I would like to share me changing a texture, but I don't have an excuse yet because I feel like these are all pretty good already. I could go and tweak. I mean, I need to like find one that I really want to tweak, but I don't know which one to pick. So I guess one of you could pick for me, because I would like to share the process. It's a very simple process, but it's fun and interesting. I would like to share what it's like to change a texture, like how you do it, because I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I wonder which of these could be altered, both in either in color or texture or whatever. Oh yeah. Oh, actually, I did play a little bit of it. I remember the music. It started out with like a ship, and then like a wave where like you, on the second half of the wave, you like kind of change sizes and it kind of throws you off. It was throwing me off a little bit. But yeah, I'm letting you know that I did see like I saw the beginning of it, but I didn't play through the whole thing because I wasn't feeling it. I was just feeling really sad. But you mentioned a new level. I was like, oh, I guess I should at least check it out. So I did. I saw the beginning of it. But yeah, wonder. Yeah, I should. Maybe even this stream, I'll check out the rest of the progress at least. Not sure. I would say the dark blue. Which one of the blue? So because, to be clear, this is like cyan. This is not really considered blue. But this is more blue. But like which of the blue? Because I feel like you could be referring to any like which of these four are you referring to? Or are you talking about like a completely different one? Because the idea, if it's not clear, is that these are more vibrant to match the lightness of this, but then the next layer has the darker stone, and it also like it kind of bleeds into it more, and it's more dull. But yeah, they're like supposed to be dull, the bottom row. The middle one, well, top or bottom, like this block or this block. So like if I do like this, if you're referring to one of these two, then actually because the lighting is in there, I should do this instead. So like these two, yeah. I guess you might be saying this one because it looks gray, but I'm pretty sure that desaturated or really dark blues just kind of look grayish in general, like naturally. But yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, literally any excuse to like update one of them would be fine. Thinking maybe that one. Yeah, I guess I could improve the pixels a little bit. I should say the bottom because I would say it's kind of it's darker. So you're saying you think you could confuse? Yeah, they're pretty similar. Yeah, that's why it's hard. So, how about we just kind of pick a random one? Let's say this one. Let's say pink terracotta. Remember that, pink terracotta. Let's do that. I go to here. Open pack. Okay, sure. Textures, block. Now just. Okay, here it is. Just clear the screen so it's not so chaotic. There we go. So yeah, like this. So this is what I do. You just go here and change the pixels. I feel like the two lightest pixels do blend in a little too much, actually. A little bit. So I wonder. Let's first. I'm gonna choose this one. Choose that one. Ah, okay. Well, we'll see it eventually. Let's see. 25. That is the correct. Yep. So I'm gonna make it 60 instead. Hopefully that's enough. 60. Now I just. Is that okay? Wait. Looks too. Wait a minute. Okay. 60. Okay. Fine. Just 60. Whatever. Let's just give it a shot. Yeah, and then just 60, 56. It's already looking better, actually. I think that's okay. So now, actually, wait. 25, 25, 60, it'd be 64. No, 64. Just makes it a little darker. Nice. Just a little darker, but not too much darker. Oh, I couldn't tell. I think that's better. That's more contrasty, I think. Maybe the texture itself, like the patterns, actually could be a little altered. So like if I take this one, do this, no. That's not what I asked for. This. Do that maybe? So if that's there, I could do that. chores, yeah. Some boring old chore stuff. Yep. No. Wait, I'm looking through my gallery and do. I'm a little confused by that. I don't really know what you mean. So how do I do this? Is this okay? Is this already fine? How about this? Okay. Now, I think that's good. That's pretty good now. But yeah. Oh, okay. Do you know the chance of that? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, okay. With the end portal, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think this is good now. Just have to reload it. Does it look weird now? Maybe. Does it feel like it stands out? Or is it the other thing? No, that fits with that, actually. Not very long. I mean, it depends on what it is, but if it's just like a simple, natural, rocky texture, it can just take like 5-10 minutes. I don't know. It doesn't take that long. If I'm like really focused trying to make it look really good. Usually just like, 5 minutes, 10 minutes at most. Anyway, I mean, I think I want to change it a little bit more still. I'm not sure how. I feel like some changes coming. Same themes, I feel like. Vibrant ones, it feels like a chocolate bar I could eat. Yeah. Especially like these. Like I think this one feels a lot like a chocolate kind of look. Like very milky chocolate. Yeah. I mean, I know you're saying the vibrant ones, but I feel like this one, at least this one, of the dull ones, kind of look vibrant. Yeah, I don't know. They do like look kind of tasty in a way. So like another friend of mine actually was saying that too. So you're not alone. Actually. But yeah, like some of these, I feel like this one could be changed because like the contrast is less. I think, but I don't know. It's really difficult to know. Medicine. Like, wait, what medicine? Like, I don't get it. Medicine. Like, I don't know. Like, you mean like, what kind of medicine? I'm not saying it's dumb. I just don't get it. That's all. But this one. think I'm gonna update this one, and also I feel like this one needs updating as well a bit. So orange, cyan. I think I'm gonna update those. Starting with orange. I'm gonna do orange. Okay, let's see. I feel like it's too smooth and needs more contrast. Oh, no, like, yeah. That is not like... No, you're right, actually. I think I know what you're talking about. No, yeah, actually, no, it does make sense. Yeah, not you describing it in that way made me realize. Yes. I agree. I actually agree. Okay, how should I do this? Make it darker? Just make it darker, I guess? Let's see. What is this? That's supposed to be 35, so it'll be 35, 20. Let's see, 50. Okay, let's do 58 instead. Okay. Right. Now, 58. Let's just find it. And then 62 would be 66. Okay, it's not as big of a difference actually. That's what I was hoping for. Okay, now 70. No big difference. Is that better? Yeah, 3. I think that's just you 2 and then me, because I count as a viewer for some reason. I think that's how it works, but yeah, still. And having anyone is really nice. Is that better than what it was before? Does it feel more like contrasty? Not really. But it's just slightly darker, really, is all. I'll try it. Whatever. But I also wanted what was it? Orange and cyan. I'm not sure. Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like this can be worked on a lot. It feels a little too messy, actually. Let's see. It looks good on its own, but I do want it to be a little different. Let's see. First, let's actually refine the colors a little, if needed. So what's this? It should 197. It should be 190. Pretty sure it should be 195. Oh wait, 195. 195. It should be 195. Yeah. And then let's just keep it at 52. Okay. Okay, that just slightly changes the hue. It's fine. Okay, now 56. Is that it? Yes, I think that's it. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for stopping by. Let's see, 185, 10, 60, next. 64. Yeah, it feels really dark. Well, thank you. That's nice. Okay, assuming that that's all good now, or an improvement even, time to refine the texture, like the actual texture. A bit, yeah. Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, I like that. That's better. Cool. No, that's good. I think that's okay. Is that okay now? I don't like how that stands out. No, that's going to create a line that I don't like. Okay, cool. And then this can just fill in this empty space somehow. Like that. Okay, I think that's good now. That's better, I think. Hopefully. Why is there a second one open? Go away. Okay, first of all, how is this like that? It looks like the same. I guess I don't like how that is. Oh yeah, they're like almost up there. That kind of looks weird. Hmm. I think that's okay. That's better. Yeah, it doesn't like there we go. I think. Hello again. I'm not really doing anything right now. I'm just feeling a little bored. It was fun sharing what I was. It was fun sharing my stuff, but now I'm just kind of feel bored. Just relaxing. Oh, you did? Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm looking at them right now. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, this is to scale exactly how deep the world is supposed to be. It represents the 5 blocks that we need of. So this is layer 1, and layer 2, which is 24 blocks. This is a little bigger, 32 blocks. And then the 4th layer is all the way down here. Goes all the way down there. So that's how big layer 4 is. A massive. And then the last layer is this big. But the bottom, especially like this portion, like around this portion, so like only basically will be almost entirely lava. So it's a very small amount of actual like explorable space like this. It looks something like this in a typical cave. On this layer, it would look something like this. I think it's pretty cool. guess maybe I should just maybe I'm technically maybe I should just consider it done and just like actually start thinking about how survival would work, like the progression idea. But I feel like the reason I'm stuck is because there's just no other good ideas. purely for fleshing out the world. Even though I want to make like caves more interesting, like they have their own biomes, but I can't think of a good system for that. Because it feels like the surface has so much attention, like with all of those biomes and stuff. Whereas the caves, it's just like the 5 layers and it's doing its own thing. But I guess that's good enough. I guess I may as well just start thinking about more like the survival stuff. Maybe that's what I should actually be doing. So I think I might actually start doing that. That might be what my problem was the whole time. How would I do trees and stuff? How do I share this? You know what? Yeah, I think I'm. Yeah. Maybe. Well, I was actually wanting to end stream anyway. It's okay. It's alright, so see you later. As in see. But yeah, I was gonna end stream anyway, so yeah, I'll see you later.